Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. We are tracking an enormous block of high pressure coming out of the Australian region. Not good if you need rain, with the forecast for the next several days, if not longer, potentially for the rest of the month, looking drier than average across much of New Zealand. We'll try and make sense of it for you. We do have a southerly coming through at the moment that will bring a few showers into both islands, a bit of west coast rain as well. Here it is around about lunchtime today, moving into the North Island. A very weak low out here in the Tasman is actually being guided away from us with that southerly coming through, and the big high in Australia that's pushing towards us. We'll talk a bit more about that high in a moment, but as you can see, the southerly change coming through means we've got a windier set of weather coming in. Up here around Auckland, pretty calm, hopefully getting a bit of a breeze into this afternoon. So this is the setup for Wednesday. We've got a southeasterly breeze for the upper North Island, 1 or 2 showers coming in around Coromandel, but that's really about it. It's really dry. So those showers won't do much. The evaporation, we'll see them disappearing pretty quickly after they've fallen. A couple of little showers down around Southland as well. You'll notice the temperature drop a little bit below average in some southern eastern areas over the next couple of days, but northern and western areas barely affected by the southerly. In fact, many of you still lean warmer than average as that moves through, as that change moves through. By the time we get into Thursday, the high really setting itself up now, straddling both sides of the South Island, really locking itself in firmly, 10:37, 10:36. Now that's going to bring in a bit of an easterly flow, so you'll feel that on Thursday. You'll sort of notice it on Wednesday with the cooler southeaster, but by Thursday, proper easterlies coming through and a few showers. They're little and light. They're not going to accumulate to much at all. And in the South Island, you're looking completely dry. Now, towards the end of the week, Friday, this is a big high rolling through. So we measured it, 10,000 kilometres from one side to the other. That is huge. So the system itself, the main area of the high is in this zone in here, but that's still huge. It's still wider than Australia. And the air pressure, 1038, some of the models showing it getting up into the 1040s. That's very high air pressure. So in a nutshell, what this means is a lot of dry weather coming through. And lows like this one have a hard time coming into New Zealand because this enormous mountain of high pressure is pushing back against it. So we'll see a few showers, but they won't be much. They'll be mostly light, drizzly. There might be a briefly heavy fall, but it's not going to accumulate to much because it'll be moving through quite quickly with that easterly flow. Now, as we go into the weekend, the high stays strong and powerful out here in the Tasman Sea. That low gets a little bit closer, but not by much. And there's a southeasterly around the north of the country with a couple of showers. And by Sunday, again, no real changes. This high doesn't change a lot. It's really wide on that Friday map. It shrinks down a little bit over the next couple of days, but the central air pressure barely shifts. So it's a big stubborn block of high pressure. It's blocking rainmakers on all sides. It's producing a fair bit of rain for Australia. That's a positive for them. Our final map for Monday, speaking of Aussie, a fair bit of rain coming in behind that high. That's one of the positives that highs can do. They can hold up rain clouds and produce heavy rain, but this placement means that it's not for New Zealand. So the rain is falling in Australia, it's falling out at sea, but these dry areas in the north that need it the most and down the eastern side of both islands, really just a few little showers in there over the next 7 to 10 days. Some forecasts show this high with us right through to the very end of the month. So, just got to let you know that that's happening. But one of the positives, one of the silver linings, like I say, is that we've got rainmakers in between the highs. So there's the next one out over the Indian Ocean, but between them, rainmakers. So that's where we keep our fingers and toes crossed that as we go into April, hopefully a better chance of getting some rain into New Zealand once we see these highs slowly fade away. Fingers crossed. That is all from me for today. We'll update you again on Wednesday with our next update.